Welcome to Math 90, Accelerated Math Placement. My name is Mike Matusik. I am the course instructor for Math 90, and I just wanted to post a video introduction, let you know a little bit about myself before the course starts, and a little bit about the course to get you started. So, first things first, I have been teaching here at the College of Technology for a little over 4 years, well, just about 4 years almost. And I've taught this course nearly every semester I've been here. Actually, every semester I've been here. So that's a grand total of 8 times almost. So we have developed this course in order for students to accelerate their placement into their math requirement for graduation. Early on, the development of this course was intended to basically create a loophole for students that required remedial training in mathematics. So the State Board of Education came to Idaho State University and said basically no four-year universities are allowed to teach remedial math courses anymore. So we had to disband our instruction of TGE 100A, which was a remedial course, and the math department was in the process, has been in the process for years now, of getting rid of Math 15 and Math 25. Well, accelerated math placement came along to kind of supplant that whole notion of not being able to teach or remediate mathematical training. And so here it is now today, which is a little bit different now because of the new courses that have taken place here at Idaho State University. This is a one-time shot course. You should only try to take this course once, and really it's meant to get you into the math course that is a requirement for your graduation as soon as possible. Many of you need to take Math 1153. Some of you need to take TGE 1140. Some of you may need to take 1123 or 1143 or 1108, something along those lines. This course can get you at least a stepping stone in that direction. Excuse me. So, essentially, what you will do on your first access to the course is you'll come to Moodle and you'll look at everything that's outlined for you here. I have daily tasks, I have orientation material, I have time goal completion tracking, and study guides for exams. The daily tasks is basically you're going to come to class and you're going to take your own attendance each day. Now bear in mind, I will cross-check your attendance. If you're not actually in class and you've marked yourself present, that's not so good for you. Okay? So be honest about that. Come to class, mark your own attendance each day, and you'll be taken care of. The other thing you'll do is you'll log into Aleks. As soon as you've marked your attendance for the day, you'll come to Aleks and you will log in. Now, this is not what you will see when you log into Aleks. This is all of my dashboard as the instructor. What you will see instead is student view, which looks like this. So you'll log in and it'll bring you to this page and it'll load up and give you this information. Now, the first day you log in, it will go through a tutorial of sorts, giving you information about how to proceed and whatnot. So let me get through this as quickly as I can. Usually I go through this the first day of class, but I think it's better to see it here on your own. That way you can answer your own questions. It goes through all this tutorial type information, and then it goes through a tools tutorial. Now you can't skip that, only I can skip that, so I will, but basically you'll just follow the instructions and do as it says, and you'll go through and be brought to this page. Now, the first thing you will do in Aleks is you will do the initial knowledge check. This is basically a assessment of what you know and what you can handle. So you'll click Start Knowledge Check, and make sure you take this extremely seriously. Failure to take this seriously will require you to do more topics than you actually need to do. I mean, it might be good for review, but the goal is to get through as much math as you can so that you can get into your prerequisite courses the following semester, the fall semester, okay? So once you're done with that, go ahead and click Start Knowledge Check. Because I'm the instructor of record, I can skip the knowledge check. You will not be able to. You'll have to do this. This is 30 questions of different types of questions in math. Answer them to the best of your ability. If you don't know, simply click I don't know, and it will basically keep going. Now let me just show you what moderate knowledge of pre-algebra looks like. Okay, so this is assuming I've taken the knowledge check and I have mastered 131 of the 248 topics available in this class. Basically, this gives you a pie result of where you are with this course. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different topics in this first course. All right, so in this first course, what does that mean? All right, let me go ahead and show you what that means. You will go through at most 2 to 3 courses in the entire duration of the semester. The first course is called Patterns in Arithmetic. This is basically your Math 15 equivalent. Then you will be switched over, once you've passed that, into Patterns in Algebra. This is basically your Math 25 and Math 1108. And if you can get through that, then you'll be moved into Patterns in Pre-Calculus, which is Math 1143 and 1147. So you can potentially get through 5 equivalent math, Idaho State University math courses in one semester if you're willing to work as hard as you possibly can on this. Okay? But anyways, back to Aleks itself. You can go through and click on all these and figure out what each button means, but the most important thing that you do is you come here and you go Start My Path. Alright, now this is where you're going to spend 99% of your time here in this course. I will go through all of the mechanics of this and explain things as best as I can during class on the first day, but it's important you come registered for Aleks on your first day. Don't wait until class to get registered. If you're not sure how to get registered, I've left instructions on the Moodle page. Aleks registration without access code, including the financial aid registration. This is assuming that you don't have the money you need to buy the access code. You can simply click this link and it'll give you instructions on how to register for this course without having that information. And so it'll walk you through very carefully as to what you're supposed to do. If there are any questions about anything before we get together on Monday the 13th, please email me. You should be good to go. And so let me just final comments on this is a lot of people are confused as to what's required in this class. Well, here's one of them. Come to class every day. Don't miss class. Okay? Just come to class, do what you need to. Even if you're never getting help during class, you have to come to class each day. Okay? Number 2, you are required to complete 10 hours of time in Aleks each week. Okay? You're going to get 3 of those 10 hours every time you come to class, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of a week. You have to figure out when you're going to pull out the 7 hours. You need a minimum of an average of 90% completion on your time goals. So the way we're going to keep track of that is you're going to come to Moodle at the end of each week, and you're going to take this time goal completion tracking quiz. It's one question. It's basically one question. And just to review what that question is, please select how many hours you spent in Aleks this week. Note, I will be cross-checking this report with my personal Aleks report for validation of your response. Falsifying information will result in a 0 on this report. So you basically would select between 0 and 1 hours, 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, and so on and so forth. Your goal is to be somewhere in this range at the end of each week. And the way you can check that is you can go to Reports in Aleks, and you will notice that there is a report of this week's activity right here. This is the amount of time you spent during the week of, let's say you started January 6th through January 12th. You spent 6 minutes and 22 seconds. You would basically record, if this was what you did, you would record between 0 and 1 hour. That's pretty pathetic, so you don't want to end up that way. Okay? And this basically automatically gives you partial credit for what you've marked in association with the amount of hours you picked. So it automatically grades it so that at the end of the semester I can see what your average was on completing your time goals. And that will be how you pass this course. Attendance and time goals. The only other way to pass this course is by completing patterns in arithmetic plus at least the math 25 portion of patterns in algebra. And we'll talk about how you can complete those. I think that's all I want to cover. This is already a long video, a lot of information. Hopefully you wrote this down. Please review it again if you have any questions or weren't sure on anything. It's always good to watch something twice so that you get all the information you need. And again, have a great week, and I will see you on Monday.